Welcome to Howard's Opinion, the only podcast where you get the unfiltered truth on the latest sports news and stories that matter. We've got a fascinating show lined up for you, but first, let's dive into some incredible stories of resilience and determination from the world of sports and beyond. You know, it's not every day you hear about celebrities and athletes overcoming life-threatening health issues, but that's exactly what we're going to talk about. From Emilia Clarke's brain aneurysm to Snoop Dogg's daughter Cori Broadus' severe stroke, we've seen some remarkable recoveries in recent years. And then there are stories like Shailene Woodley's decade-long health battle, which she's only recently opened up about. The Big Little Lies star struggled with a mysterious condition that affected her hearing, energy levels, and even her relationship with food. We're also going to talk about Amy Broadus' brave fight against lupus and kidney failure, as well as other inspiring stories of athletes and celebrities who have faced their health challenges head-on. You'll hear about the struggles they've faced, the setbacks they've overcome, and the triumphs they've achieved. These stories are a testament to the human spirit's capacity for resilience and determination. They remind us that even in the darkest moments, there's always hope for a better tomorrow. So let's dive in and explore these incredible stories of courage and perseverance. We'll be right back with more fascinating sports news on Howard's Opinion. Speaking of which, welcome back to Howard's Opinion, folks. We've got a plethora of sports stories to dive into, and I'm excited to share my thoughts with you. Now let's get down to business. The Los Angeles Dodgers seem to be back on track after sweeping the Kansas City Royals. Shohei Ohtani's two-run home run in the third inning was a highlight of the series, and it's clear that the Dodgers are looking to make a statement. But as we all know, the world of sports is full of twists and turns. The Dodgers had a scare when Freddie Freeman took a tumble into the dugout while chasing a foul ball. Luckily, he dodged a bullet, and it looks like he will be okay. Meanwhile, the New York Mets are struggling after dropping their series against the Atlanta Braves. And in other news, the Chicago Bears are gearing up for the preseason with their roster looking stronger than ever. Jade Walker is one player to keep an eye on, folks. His performance during training camp has been impressive, and I think he's got a bright future ahead of him. Now, let's switch gears a bit. The Seattle Seahawks are heading into their first preseason game, and there are some players whose stock is on the rise. Riley Mills, for example, has been making waves with his defensive skills. And finally, we've got some news from the Boston Red Sox camp. A former All-Star and World Series champion has officially ended his career mid-season. These stories and more are what make the world of sports so fascinating, folks. The drama, the excitement, the ups and downs, it's all part of the game. Welcome back to Howard's Opinion, folks. As we wrap up today's show, I want to dive into the exciting world of baseball, specifically the Atlanta Braves. Now, I know what you're thinking. What about the big trade deadline moves? Well, let me tell you, the Braves might not have landed the biggest fish in the sea, but they're certainly making waves with their current roster. Tyler Mahle, the right-hander acquired from the Giants, is looking like a stellar addition to the team. With only one run allowed over his first two starts, he's proving to be a frontline guy. And let's not forget Lane Thomas, the lifetime Braves fan who just hit his first homer for Atlanta. Talk about a dream come true. The Braves are on a roll, winning 18 of their last 28 games and boasting a 9.5-game lead over the Phillies in the NL East. Now, I know some of you might be thinking, but what about Jacob deGrom? Well, it's clear that deGrom made a personal decision to stay with the Rangers, and you have to respect that. As Braves manager Walt Weiss said, it's a little surprising at first, but that's a personal decision for a player. The fact remains, the Braves are looking strong, and their internal options might just be enough to carry them through the remainder of the season. Mahle's performance is certainly making a case for him to be the Game 2 starter, and with a 3.06 ERA over his last 9 starts, he's proving to be a reliable addition to the team. The Braves front office might not have landed the big-name starter they were hoping for, but it looks like they've found a gem in Mahle. As we close out today's show, I want to leave you with this thought. Sometimes it's not about making the biggest splash, but rather about finding the right pieces to fit your puzzle. The Braves might not have gotten the headline-grabbing trade, but they're certainly looking like a team to beat in the NL East. That's all for today's Howard's Opinion. Remember to like, share, and subscribe. And until next time, keep your head in the game.